Okay.
Teacher.
Hello, Teacher Jasmine just messaged you. Wait, Teacher Jasmine. Oh, okay. Patient's house, no current. Okay, so Jiaying finally joined. Okay, I've started the recording already. Okay, this is the topic from 906. We are starting from the section 1, which is 1.1 is consumer. Do you all can refer the EduSeat as usual? Class, do you all can refer the EduSeat?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Because few of my students due to this MCO suddenly they cannot do the MCO, but I don't know lah. I have to double check with Michael, or they are lying to me, lazy to do the worksheet or not. I don't know. Few of them say cannot view. You all so far no problem, right? Okay. So consumer, what is consumer actually? Consumer is the person who are buying the product. Okay, there are differences in between consumer. Actually, consumer and customer are same, but only can categorize, can see the differences in few things only. Okay, I'll explain the situation. We define consumer usually is the person, is the end user of the product. That means consumer is the person who are using that product. Okay, for example, I give you one example. Okay, take a kid who recently got candy from his dad. Even though his dad was the customer who bought the candy, this child is the consumer who ends up consuming the product. Okay, how we can differentiate this consumer and customer? Customer, yes, as usual, we know that the person buying buying any product or any things or any goods. That means they are going to shop, give money for the thing that they are going to buy, and then they are pay the money and then get the things. Correct or not? We call it as a customer. But what is consumer is the person who consume that product. That means consume means the person who are using the product, we call it as a consumer. There are two different things. Okay, I give you one what I can say. Okay, I give you one situation, you try to understand the concept. Okay, Jai, she wants to she's using laptop lah. She's used to type out and everything in laptop. Okay, she wants to buy that. She wants the laptop. Jinu's father go to the shop, buy the laptop. Okay, he bought the laptop. He is a customer. But who are using the laptop? Is Jinu or her father? Class.
So can you repeat
Hello.
again?
Adoy. Okay. I give you one situation of example how to differentiate the consumer and customer. Okay. Jinu, she wants a laptop. Her father went to the shop, bought a laptop. So the father is the customer of the shop. The father is the customer. But at the end, their father bought for Jinu, but who are using the laptop? Jinu or the father?
Continue.
Jinu. So Jinu is the consumer. Understand or not? Even though the person who are buying is different. I'm sorry, mother is free. Okay. So even though the father buying a laptop, he is the customer of the shop. No matter what the thing what you want from the father, or else Damien want his father to buy the handphone. The father, yes, he will buy the handphone, laptop, anything. So he is the customer of the shop. But who are using the product? Who are consuming the product? Damien, Ginu, the children, those who are consuming the product, we call it as a consumer. Can see the differences or not among the customer and consumer?
Yes.
And
Can so there are two different things. Yes, consumer also they are use the product. Customer also they are using the product. But the differentiate is customer, they go to the shop, they buy, we call it as a customer, the shop's customer lah, he is the customer. But the consumer is the end user, finally who are using that product, who are ends up with consuming the product, is called it as a consumer. That is the differences in between customer and consumer. Okay, in simple way teacher have written down here, there are fundamental differences between customer and consumer in marketing. How? Okay, the person who buys the goods and services from a seller is known as the customer. As I said, the person go himself to the shop, buy any goods or any services from the seller, we call it as a customer. But the person who are used the product or services bought by the customer, we call it as a consumer. Understand or not? That's why usually we will say the customer. That's why usually teacher means the statement, we can say that the customer is the person, or maybe we can call them as a client, maybe we can call them as a buyer or as customer. But consumer is the user of the goods. User means the person who are using, the person who are consuming the goods, we call it as a consumer. So there are two different things you need to differentiate, whether customer is what, consumer is what. Please don't get confused with this. Understand or not? If you don't understand, please stop me and ask. I can repeat again. Understand,
understand.
Okay, very good. Okay, today we only going to learn about consumer and customer. Tomorrow, again, one more topic. We will learn about how they are going to spending, their spending patterns and everything. Okay, so customer, it can be in one person, the single person, individual, or a group. We call it as a business entity. But consumer can be individual or family or group of people. Okay, customer, teacher said, can be an individual or a business entity. But consumer can be an individual, also can be a consumer, a family also can be a consumer, and a group of people also can be a consumer. Understand? Usually, customer, they will pay the price for the product or services they are buying. Understand or not? But consumer, they don't have to buy. It's not compulsory or not necessary to pay the price of the for the price of the product they're going to use. For example, as I said just now, maybe the goods is gifted by someone. Somebody give the product they want as a gift to them, or else sometimes it will be purchased by their father or mother for a children. So consumer, it's not necessary pay for the price. Understand or not? But customer, we have to pay the price of the product or services if you want to buy from the third party. Correct or not? If in case you are buying in on behalf of other person. Understand or not? Understand or not? Hello? There are
Understand.
yes, there are two different things, customer and consumer. Customer, teacher say they are go to shop, buy the product, but consumer is the person who are consuming the product, those who are using the product. But customer, they have to pay money for the goods or services they are buying. Maybe they are buying on behalf of their children, maybe they are buying in behalf of their friends or anybody, but once they go to the shop or anywhere, they have to pay for the product. But consumer, it's not necessary to buy for the product, because who knows, customer, if is your parent, the parent is buy for you, so you don't necessary to pay the money one. Or else the parents buy, so they are customer, they are gifted, they are giving gift as a gift, the laptop and handphone, they are giving gift to you lah. So you are as a consumer, those who are using the product, so it's not necessary to pay lah, because they are gifting you one. Understand? Understand or not?
Understand.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so also for the different, how to differentiate the customer and also the consumer is, usually this customer, they will buy the goods, their only purpose is maybe is for their personal use, or else they are going to buy for the another person. Understand or not? First, we are going to shop, we are buying the product. Why we are buying the product as the customer is, of course, definitely is for our personal use, or else we are buy on behalf of another person, correct? Like Jain's parents, or Damien's parents, or Ginu's parents, they are going to shop, buy the product for their buy anything for their kids or for their children. So they are buying maybe for on behalf of their children, or maybe for their personal use. Okay, and then how in contrast we can say for consumer is, consumer, they are they are taking back the goods, they are purchase the goods. Sometimes the consumer, they will pay. Okay, usually if you ask your friends, go and buy the product you want, of course sometimes you have to pay, correct or not? Don't I didn't say that consumer will get the goods or any services in free, but the term not necessarily pay means sometimes the person who buy the product for you will give you the product as a gift, or else the mother buy for the children, or else the father buy for the children. If in case the friends, I don't think so all the friends will buy free for the another friends, correct or not? Let's say if your friends purchase the product from the shop, your friend is the customer, because they are going to shop, so they are buying on behalf of you, correct or not? Because you are not going to the shop. And then you are, as a consumer, you have to buy back. That means you are purchasing back to the goods, so because of your own using, because you are the consumer. Consumer means consume, so the purpose of consumption only. Consumption means is our personal using. Understand? Oh my god, where's Damien? Okay, but you all can understand, right? Jinu and Jai?
Can.
Yes, please. Don't understand, let me know. Okay. So I already explained what is customer, what is consumer. Consumer, they won't go to shop and buy. Only customer will go to shop and buy. Okay, so according to the nature of consumption, consumers are of following types. We have direct consumers, also consumers by exchanging products, modern consumers. Okay, we have three types of consumers. Direct consumers means, yes, what we can say here is, all the products they are producing, that means they are buying only for their basic needs of life, maybe for themselves and also their families. Understand? Usually from the beginning, yes, of course, all the producers, all the sellers, all the person, those who are selling the products or any producers, they are produced the products, of course, all depends on the basic needs of life for themselves and their families also. As the basic, what teacher taught last time, basic is what are the basic? Is the food, clothing, shelter, they produce for their own and their family's consumption. So we call it as a direct consumers. Understand? We call as a direct consumers, or we can call as a direct producers also. Producers are the person who are producing all kind of basic needs of life. Direct consumer is a person who are need the basic needs of life. For example, they need food to eat, they need clothes to wear, they need shelter to stay. But usually these direct consumers, they will buy for their own and also for their family consumption. So we call it as a direct consumer. Understand or not? Try to differentiate. This is the types of the consumers. So this is a direct consumers. Okay, this is the notes that I have prepared for you all. So for your additional knowledge, try to open the EduSeed also and then read the topic 1.1. Understand or not? Jia Ying and Jinyu. Hello.
Understand.
Okay, very good. So this is a direct consumers. Okay, another type of consumers. This one, consumers by exchanging the product. Okay, exchanging products means they will exchange the product with another product, like we call it as a barter system. Barter system means you give one product and then you exchange with another product. We call it as a exchanging product. Yes, it can be any product also. So usually like producers, they are not only produce the goods for the self-consumption, you know, some they also they excess or surplus product they are keeping to get other product in exchange. Okay, so customers by exchanging product means like you are producing one product, is not only for your own using. Sometimes you produce the product or any goods in term of in order to exchange the product. You give the product you produce and then you get back the product you want. You are exchanging the products. We call it as a consumers by exchanging product. The main important keywords that I need to highlight here is barter system. Let's say if in the question they ask about the barter system, what you need to write is like they are exchanging the product with another product. We call it as a barter system. That's why teacher said it's a consumer by exchanging product. And then modern consumers. Modern consumer is this kind of consumer, they only go to the market to buy the goods and services available in the market through money only. That means the producers, they will produce the goods and services and then they directly will send to the market for the consumers. That means this kind of consumers, they are not depending on others to buy. They are not depending on customer. These modern consumers, what they will do, they will only go to the market to buy the things that are available on that time in the market. Understand, Anna? And then they will directly pay money for it and then buy for them. We call it as a modern consumers. Understand, Anna? Same goes to the producers, those who are selling all the products in the market. They will only produce the goods and services directly. They will send to the market only for the consumer. So if that product or any services available in the market, only the consumer will buy. Understand or not? That means what I can say here is that producers, they are produce the goods and services, they are sending in the market for the consumer only, so that the modern consumer, they will go to the market to buy the goods only for the things available in the market through the money. They pay money for it and then they immediately will buy. We call it as a modern consumers. Understand, huh? Understand or not?
Understand.
Okay, can we take break for 2 minutes, Kenna?
Can.
Okay. Okay, shall we continue? Hello.
Can.
Can. Okay. So These are the importance of consumers in different avenues is discussed below. Okay, important of consumers. Why the consumers are very important? The first important is encourage the demand. The second is create demand for various products. The third one is increase demand for consumer goods. The last one is enhance service diversification. Okay, why the consumers are very important? Okay, but in different situations. Why? Okay, the first thing, as I said, is encouraging the demand. Okay, yes, of course, for one product or one service, the consumers are very, very important in their business. Why? Because there are there are a main source of all the goods, you know. If the customer or the consumers, they doesn't want to buy or didn't use their product, how their demand will increase? Correct or not? Of course, all the producers or all the in the manufacturing ones, of course they will produce according to the demand of the consumers. So the demand will always control all the production or the markets. That's why the consumer is the person who are creating the demand in the market, because they are the one buy the goods and services. Okay, for example, what teacher can give you an example for the situation. Any product, can tell me any product or not? What you can say? Okay, iPhone lah. The customers, the consumers, they want to buy the iPhone, means they are interested in buying iPhone. All the customers, most of the customers, I won't say all the customers, most of the customers, they tend to buy iPhone. So as many of the consumers want to buy the iPhone, the more the customer want to buy the iPhone, the more the demand of the iPhone will increase or not, increase or decrease. Class, the more you want to buy the product. Hi Peishwan, finally you are joined. Teacher Jasmine said your house no current.
Yes, just now.
Now okay, ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the more you are wanted to buy the product, the more the demand of the product will increase. Correct? Correct or not? You want that product, of course, the demand also increase. You want more the iPhone, of course, the manufacturing company will produce more for the iPhone. So that's why teacher said the demand of the consumer will always control the production or the market. If they are not demanding for iPhone, so what they use? They are producing the iPhone. What they use? They are manufacturing the product. What they use? They are selling in the market, the iPhone. If the consumers are not interested in buying the iPhone, correct or not? If they are buy more, they want more, of course the demand of the iPhone will be increased. Understand or not? And the producers also will produce more. If you don't want that thing, why the producer want to produce that one? Of course lah, it's not possible. So the more you want, okay, the more it will produced. The demand of the goods will be increased. That's the concept. Understand or not? And then, okay, create demand for various products. I think all the keywords that I'm going to explain, teacher already typed it out here. Okay, for example, I read from here. The different consumers, they have different types of demand, or a single consumer can also demand different types of products. This will encourage the producers to produce various types of products in the market. For example, some consumers want to consume paddy, whereas some consumers want to consume wheat. Okay. Different, okay, Jinyu as a consumer, Jiaying as a consumer, and Pei Xuan as a consumer, you all have the demand of the, you all have the demand for different kinds of products, you know. Why? Because some, and I won't tell the example as others. Okay, I can take example from Jiaying. Like Jiaying, for example, she also as a consumer, she want to consume paddy. That means she wants to use paddy. So the producers can produce more paddy. I mean the agricultural lah. So, but Jinyu, she wants to consume wheat. So, of course, they will produce wheat. So, this one we cannot even judge. Different consumers, they will create different demand. They will create demand for the various products. We cannot simply say, okay, just now as an example, teacher said exchange the demand. I only use one single product, which is iPhone user. So this one, yes, encourage demand means it depends on the demand. Teacher said the more the customers want the iPhone, of course the demand of the iPhone will be increased. But this one, demanding for different products, you know, some want Android, some want iPhone, some want blah 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 and everything. Understand? Someone's okay, I'm not teacher don't want to recognize as Apple and Android. Teacher can say that iPhone, Samsung, Vivo, Oppo and everything. Understand? So some want Oppo, some consumer want Samsung, some consumer want Vivo. So that's teacher said they are creating demand for various products. So the producers also have to produce. Depends on the product that the consumer want. Understand or not? Understand? Understand or not? Here also teacher have give example. Some consumers, they prefer to use the red color soap. Some consumer, they prefer to use the green color soap. So in order to satisfy all types of consumers, of course, the producers also have to increase their production of various products. Understand or not? Even though you prefer to use various products, like teacher said, Pei Xuan, she using red color soap. Just for an example, Pei Xuan, I'm not telling you are using red color soap. Nowadays, where we are using soap, all we are using the body shower, right? It's just an example only. Like Pei Xuan, she preferred to use red color soap. Jinyu, she preferred to use green color soap. Jiaying, she preferred to use the orange color soap. Okay, so of course, you all are different consumers, prefer to use different color of soap. So as producers, they have to satisfy all the consumer. They cannot say I only can produce red, I only can produce green. Cannot. They have to produce a red, they have to produce green and also orange and many more colors that preferred by the customers, because they want to satisfy all the consumers. So they have to increase their production. Understand or not? We cannot simply say that they cannot simply say they cannot produce on limited amount only. They have to produce more. It means they have to increase their production to make the consumers satisfied. Correct or not? If the customer not satisfied at all, so they won't be buy anymore. Correct or not? So their demand also will be dropped. Okay, and then increase demand for consumer goods. Also teacher have written here everything. Okay, for example, the consumer goods, we will have the three types. Durable, semi-durable and perishable goods. Okay, For example situation also teacher have explained here already. Okay, increase demand for consumer goods also is one of the important of consumer. Okay, of course as a consumer we are creating demand for all the types of consumers. Like there are three types, you know. One is durable, one is semi-durable, one is perishable goods. Okay, durable good means including the furnitures, the utensils, the televisions and etc. But semi-durable goods means like clothes, books, shoes. Perishable goods means like bread, butter, vegetables, fruits, etc. So all are demanded by the consumers for their own consumption and also for their consumption purposes. So if they are demanding for this kind of goods, so also will increase the demand for this product. Understand or not? Some they likes to buy the durable goods. Durable goods, don't get confused. Durable goods means is the furnitures like tables, chairs, sofas, all the utensils and televisions. Okay, some are likes to buy the semi-durable goods. Semi-durable good means is like the clothes, the shoes, the books and everything. And then one more is the perishable goods. Perishable goods is the one is the bread, butter, vegetables, fruits and etc. So next time if the question asks you all to explain these three types or give example for these three types of goods, don't get confused. All the examples are here. So what I can conclude from here is like consumer, as a consumer, they have demand for these three types of goods. So all these create an atmosphere to increase the demand for consumer goods. The last one is the enhanced service diversification. Okay, consumers, they are not only consume different varieties of goods, correct or not? Consumers, as a consumer, we are the consumers, we are not only using the products, correct, we are also using the services to maintain our standard of living. What is that? For example, we are using the health services, we are using the educational services, we are using the banking and insurance services, all the transportation, communication services and everything. So day by day, of course, the using of this kind of services will be increasing, correct? So this will give enhancement of service sector within the economy. What I can conclude from here is enhanced service diversification. Okay, teacher said we are using goods and also the services, correct? Correct or not? We are not only using the goods like what I showed just now. We are not only buying furnitures, we are not only buying fruits, vegetables, clothes, shoes, uh, cars and everything, all the goods. No, we are using the services also, correct or not? Every day you are using what? DG, Maxi, Celcom or what? It's a communication services, correct or not? Correct or not? So you are using the services also. You go to the bank, you are deposit the money or you transfer money or you are withdraw the money. It's a banking services. You are study in the school, you are using the educational service. You go to the hospital, you go to the clinic, it's a health services. Can we say that it's a product? No. That's why teacher said consumers, they are not only consume the goods, also they are consuming the services. Consuming, they are using their services in order to maintain their standard of living. Understand or not? Understand or not? Not only for the product, when you are using the product, of course the demand of the product increase. Not only for the product, when you day by day, when the consumption of the increase also, day by day the consumption of service will be increased if we are using the service every day. Understand, not only for the goods, also for the services. Understand or not? Understand or not?
Understand.
Yeah. So Peshwan, if you have missed the topic, I mean